anybody's willing to sell or trade for, missions that may be accomplished, and we can start off small and work our way up to something bigger, or start off small and then take someone on the open air and then have their bigger ship or something like that. But I don't think stealing right off the dock is the right one. I think that we should probably look around and see what's out there and see if we can't get some action.
And on that note, because I like where that's going, but if I might, so since we're thinking about pirating and what we could do, maybe on the slightly less than legal means, I'm sure there's other airship owners that are likewise, and I have absolutely no morals about stealing from a thief. So in other words, if we find a pirate and we steal his vessel, wouldn't that kind of
Yes.
exciting?
So, yeah, we can start off small, get something like a small little airship. I'm pretty sure we can ask around. And then, even if it's like, hey, if you guys do this for me, I'll let you have this crappy old airship that you'll have to repair, and then we can go ahead and sink what money we do have into repairing this crappy old airship or something. We'll see what happens.
No, I wasn't saying that at all.
No. But then after we get our airship, then we go out to the pirates.
No, I'm thinking we actually take ship with a pirate as his part of his crew.
Oh, you join them and then mutiny.
Oh, mutiny.
Exactly.
Mutiny. Okay.
Again, we can do research. We need to understand our.
It sounds like something to think about. I think the
something
more
I think about all the time.
I think the more we adventure in an area that's full of airships, the more opportunities for us to acquire one will come up. Perhaps we should look around town for some adventuring to be done. Perhaps maybe at the local pub? Huh? Eh? Mum's the word?
I'm for that.
Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hey.
Local approves of the pub, yes.
Let's get a drink, gents. And gentiles.
Well, after that last display that we just witnessed, and no one will believe us because no one remembers, except for us, I think we deserve a drink.
Gentilesses. Gentes.
Lead on.
Gentes. Vagents.
We'll start
Vagents.
asking around the area to see if we can't find out where like the local adventurers hang out or the local people who hire out themselves to the airship captains as protection.
I would imagine they're all in the pub, as Jer has said.
To the pub we go, gentlemen
To the
and
pub.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rate.
gentlemen and gentlemen.
I am new to this strange city. Take me, Jer. Where do we go? Lead
I
the way.
have no idea. Perhaps somewhere by the market. I see a
Does
market
someone have
over
a
here.
map?
I see
Can anybody read the signs?
I see a market here. Perhaps
I see that as well. Yes.
Perhaps somewhere in these environs there shall be a place for us to get
Imbibe?
lit.
Get lit? Yes.
Get lit.
Maybe find some ladies or men for those of opposite persuasion.
For those vagents among us
I am right behind you.
who prefer to swive the meisters rather than the maidens.
I shall go. If nothing else, just to keep you.
Must we roll to find a pub in this damn city?
Roll to find the pub.
Why don't you just ask somebody where the brothels are? It's usually where you're going to find the community's village.
Ooh, the brothels. Even better. Let us go to the brothels and have a drink.
Okay, so yeah, it's basically be around the laborers' quarter here in the lower, left hand corner.
Laborers' quarter.
Oh, I have some labor. I need to delve myself in.
You might want to leave your coin purse with me when you go upstairs.
I have nothing in my coin purse. I am broken down. I am a noob.
Well, then I can assure you when you return, you will definitely. Well, I don't know. Are your boots worth anything?
I'll have less than nothing, yes.
What? No, the cat did.
Yeah, speaking to the spirit world.
Bad cat. Get down. Bad cat.
I beg your pardon.
No, I have a cat in real life. He just turned off my PlayStation.
Yeah, but basically,
Lost it.
and the image I just posted, it's not the greatest. Somehow, I've only got a quarter of the canvas filled with the map. Those are basically the sky ships that are available in the city of Serene itself.
Where was that?
It's going to be in Discord,
Oh.
in the general channel.
I don't see us all fitting in one of those.
Especially me, I am quite large.
There's airplanes. I don't think we're talking airplanes.
I thought
You
we were
could pro-
talking.
Yeah,
I was thinking dirigible would be cool, but
you
you
could
guys didn't really like the idea.
probably, well, everyone could probably fit in the Smurfy Lodestar F3F Cloud Clipper.
Those are some cool looking planes.
Oh, cool. Those are airships?
Those are, yeah, basically they're classified as airships.
Right on.
They're not like the airships found in the Champions of Mystara box set,
Mm,
which were more Spelljammerish.
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how that big boat.
Oh, yeah, these are the gnomish airships, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, maybe we could buy a simple gnomish airship real quick and then go get a loftier one somewhere else.
I still think taking ship, and especially if we're in the brothel area, it might be very good to find where someone who is lacking in morals might take ship with someone who very much appreciates their lack of morals. However, that's my idea. If you guys don't want to do it, that's absolutely fine. I'm good to go with you guys. You haven't steered me wrong yet. It's been rather entertaining.
and on the actual map that came with the supplement, 1 inch was equals to 225 feet.
So that bottom airplane looks pretty cheap. Doesn't have any guns or anything.
Oh, the red one?
Yeah.
Actually, it does.
Oh.
It's got what's called a crossbow box,
Oh.
which is 16 crossbolts and bolts for passenger use, locked in the cabinet near the pilot's seat. No bomb bay. 2 synchronized propeller spike guns.
Mark, how much are these for each one?
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Are these the ones you have to have level 30 wizards to fly?
No.
Okay.
Probably need a sky gnome to fly though.
They were level 36, so
Well, yeah, level 36 would be 18, 19, 20. Well, will be level 36 would be a level 20th mage in AD&D terms.
So, any rumors of adventures in these environs?
Okay. So let's see here. I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to find out what the cost is here.
This is a very weird city.
So, I believe these are going to probably run around a couple of 100,000 gold pieces each.
Hmm.
So who's the gold caretaker of the party that knows how much gold the party has?
Oh, yeah.
Anyone?
I'm not
Oh,
very.
that.
Yeah, because you need the various spells, stuff like that, and
I'm not very rich at all.
Aren't you the original member?
The only one left, yes.
So shouldn't you have like all of
All
this
the money.
gold, gems?
No, we, tend to divvy up everything at the end of the adventure. And then, spend it on our own. So,
That is wise. Why keep money? Spend it. Enjoy.
So you're
Except
saying
when you need an airship.
our old leader used to borrow everyone else's money to buy himself, +5 weapons and armor. He was a real
like him.
go-getter.
I like him. He was definitely a go-getter.
Yep.
So, Mark, how much did you say we needed again?
probably a couple 100,000.
All right, and the party's sitting at around, based off of just from the loot that we got from the last adventure, it was 20,100 gold pieces and gems, 2,250 platinum pieces, 12,400 gold pieces, 17,100 silver pieces, 6,400 electrum, and 9,300 copper.
There's the money person.
No, this is just me going back to the logs. That's it.
Rinny gives a smile. So it sounds like we're back to my plan, the plan B one.
Well,
Ship
Gold.
with
That's-
an unsavory individual
That's
as his crew.
that's the money we never divvied up. So, if everyone would like to divvy, right now,
We're not going to have a couple of 100,000 out of that.
no, obviously not. I think the whole buying an airship might be a little beyond our means, but that whole piracy thing that you brought up earlier, that might be within our ability to get shit done.
Well, it's
Yeah.
within our
Or maybe we
means
can
for
just
money.
hire one.
And this is definitely not the place for the type of skyships you're looking for.
Or maybe we could take on some work that would help somebody that is in ownership of one of these airships.
So where would we have to go to find the type of airship we're looking for?
Let's see. The more common ones are in the Empire of Alphasia. Off to the directions
There's
relative.
got to be some airfaring gnomes that need some work done.
Or perhaps there are some airfaring gnomes that are going to Alphasia and we could, book passage on their airplane and then go to Alphasia and get airships there.
Or well,
You
because
mean
as their crew, so we can learn how to actually maybe fly a ship.
Sure.
So you guys are liking the pirate idea? Well,
I'm good. I'll do whatever you guys want. Within reason.
Yes, lead on. I want
the large
adventure.
half orc dancer over there, the one that's stripping, yeah, her. Dare you,
Ooh.
double dare you.
Ooh.
This one here.
He said we do whatever we want, whatever we wanted. On the dance floor. No
Where,
coming back from that.
where's Renia's token? And I haven't heard Renia speak in a while. Oh. Priest.
Alright, so what's our plan? Book passage or get a job here?
We could try getting a job with no prior experience, suppose. Maybe we should go to where there's airship docks and inquire about, employment. Out to the struts, eh?
Alright, sounds good. Lead on.
Yeah, all you see is this
And we're there.
this large contraption that you haven't seen before.
We're in the middle of a landing strip. Good lord. Look out. There's an airship coming. I should get
Careful.
off the landing strip.
Don't-
Careful now. Whoops.
Don't get your scalp stripped off.
Get my fur caught.
Yeah, so this large, rumbling, roaring beastie of a thing coming in. Hits this strip of land right here. Bounces a
It looks
bit.
like we're all sitting at the airship bus stop right now.
It bounces a bit and then just revs up and takes off again.
There she goes. We missed our plane. Maybe there'll be another.
I got my head shaved
And it's basically someone's practicing their touch and go landings.
by a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No.
Is that an Elvish song?
Woohoo!
Oh, good.
So who's our best negotiator here?
Not me. I'm guessing either Trisha or Renia. Looks like Trisha. Yeah, definitely Trisha. How does it feel to be the de facto leader,
That's
Trisha?
them. Great.
Welcome to leadership.
Thanks, Jer.
The charter member.
Okay, so, Mark, I'll go over and I'll speak to them.
Okay.
See what I can figure out. So, for the people who were here last week, I just went through the coin, and we each get. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Write it in the chat.
9,700. Oh, Okay, I'll just write it in chat. Here you go.
Did you convert it into gold or something like that? Or
All gold to make it easier. There you go.
Oh,
I would like mine in gems.
as would I.
9,790. So
9,790.
if you want it in gems, that's possible.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. So Mark,
Mhm.
I guess I'm gonna go talk to those guys, the individuals, and see what the status is.
or status for
Oh, party. Are we looking to leave, or are we looking to buy something and then leave?
I think we were looking to leave and go to Alphasia ASAP so we can get a real airship because these gnomish ones are basically dog shit.
Oh, okay, cool. So
Yeah,
I'll
you
ask
should
the
lead off with
Jared.
that in your conversation.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna say, Jared. Thanks. No, Mark. I'm gonna go up and ask, where do I go to purchase passage to the city that we need to go to? Alphasia.
so you see a little guy about maybe about 2 feet tall, uh, wearing gray overalls. Got um, ah, new to Serene area. Hey, you're looking to book passage to leave here? No problem, not a problem. Um, we should be landing with a Alsatian man of war soon. Um, for people who are going to run to Ocean End. Unfortunately, we're not too welcome in that area right now. Um, but let's say we'll take 5 gold for per person per ticket.
Oh,
All right. I will relay that to the party. Each person can pay 5 gold, and then I will purchase with the money from the party enough passages for everybody in the party. All 7 of us.
Sounds like good rates to me.
Only 5 gold for passage. That's pretty good.
We're never getting rich on this
Yeah.
business.
No, it's not about getting rich off the business. It's about what type of ship are we getting on, and will it be able to make the flight?
And can we afford the fuel?
Maybe it runs off gnome blood. I mean, it's hopeful. It's wishful thinking.
As long as it doesn't crash on the Isle of Dread, I'm happy.
What's the Isle of Dread?
you probably don't want to
Then
know.
It's a dreaded isle.
Sounds like fun.
That makes sense, though. It's a dreaded isle.
I pay my gold.
All right. So how long until the ship goes, Mark?
Not too long. But I posted a picture of a Dalmatian man of war.
How nice. How much does that cost? We're going on a man of war, not a cargo ship.
Nope.
That's what we're going on?
Yep.
So
That's what I had in mind.
Is it 5 gold to the man of war, or is it the whole around the whole trip to Alphasia? 5 million. There's a question.
Well, I know on the back of the card that it gives the base cost to enchant um, a Man of War as being 5,610,000 gold pieces.
Good thing this one's already enchanted.
Yeah, well, yeah. But the enchantment's part of the construction cost.
Good thing it's already constructed.
Yeah.
Maybe we,
So let me get this right. It's 5 million gold for the enchantment. That means that we only have to save the world another 100 times just to build up enough money to afford just the enchantment.
Yeah,
Got
and this thing is like 220 feet long, 70 feet at the beam, got depth of 55 feet, tonnage 1,530, cargo capacity 1,400 tons, lift capacity 3,000 tons.
I hate to say this, gentlemen, but if we're going to have something like that, we're going to have to steal it. And I don't really have a problem with stealing from whatever. However, I'm pretty sure we should probably steal it from very bad people, especially people that won't report
This-
it.
But if we
Going-
steal it, we can't fly it.
Well, that's what we probably need to concentrate on. If we don't have the skills to fly it, then there's really no need to get one.
Or if we procure one, however we do that, we can use the money that we do have as individuals or as a party to pay for a crew, and then maybe take jobs with it, and then have the jobs pay stuff, and then we can go do adventuring and make money, blah blah blah.
So after a while, you see approaching the city of Serene, what appears to be what could be any ship of the line of any surface fleet in from Karamikos or Vietas. So triple masted, square rigged. Ship of war. They come alongside, or they hover above. They come above Serene. Lines are thrown over the side. Gnomes, you see gnomes scurrying about. See other types of creatures also scurrying about, grabbing the lines to secure them. Two rope ladders are tossed over. As that's being done, cargo is being transferred over. Several men in uniform descend down the rope ladders. They've got strange belts upon their waists that've got various wands tucked in holsters, or could be holsters, and their hands seem to be ready to go for those wands at a moment's notice.
We can take them.
Can we identify the cargo? Is it in cargo containers or?
Various crates and other things.
Were the people you were just describing with the wands, were they on the ship or were they on the platform?
They came down. They disembarked the ship to
Okay.
It
And
looks like I want to mess with that.
another gentleman in uniform with smart and more. Um, this guy's like a junior officer that descends off down the ladder. High boots, uh, typical officer's uniform. Um, goes over to the office where you guys were at and inquires about any passengers.
Well, perhaps we are passengers.
Are they inquiring to us or just in general?
He he's talking to the gnome.
Okay.
So while I was talking to the gnome, um, a military ship would definitely know uh, pirates and other airships which are enemies and that sort. If you see where I'm trying to go with that, they would know our targets. So these are good people. These are our friends.
Or maybe they're in disguise.
I doubt that. Really, seriously, come on. But we can use them to find out what they're like most wanted in airships, and we can talk to them. Even get a lot of information, especially on a long trip. I'm assuming this is going to be a long trip.
I
Let's
agree.
also, if we still want to look at the taking over an airship, because we none of us can afford this. Not in probably 10 lifetimes, even my lifetimes. I'm enough.
And you actually hear the gnome give the guy a title. Oh no, my lord, no, no. Um, for the empress, anything. But yes, we do have inquiries about the passage. I believe that group of personages, and he points over in your general direction, uh, was inquiring for passage to Alphasia. And you get a good look at this officer. Skin is bluish in color. He's got black hair, uh, almond-shaped eyes. Oh yes. So you are looking for passage. Um, next port of call is the free city of Oceansend in the province of Norwalk. Uh, you are more glad to be aboard. Um, just stay out the way, and things should be smooth. I do request, however, that if anything does happen, uh, we with dragons, because we are going over the worm's teeth, attacks from the Helden Knights, uh, you lend a hand, or looks over at Kopu or Paw, if that may be.
Yes, happy to help.
Um, you don't happen to have a cabin, do you?
I have my own personal cabin.
No, I mean for travelers.
My dear, we are a military vessel.
That's why I asked about the cabin. And if not, it's fine. Whatever facility we
The
might
hold will have to do.
So we
Well,
can't.
that sounds
Okay.
fair to me.
Do you have work on this vessel that we can learn the ways around the ship?
I suppose you could observe if you just stay out of the way.
No, like actually take part.
Who wants to help?
You guys want one, so we got to learn it.
I already suggested that. Is there any problem with me being on the bridge? I do have navigation. A navigator as some of my proficiencies, although this is very interested in seeing you guys.
I doubt they're going to let a stranger on the bridge.
But
Safe-ish.
it's a state secret, so unfortunately the bridge is off limits to all but crew.
I fully understand. Honestly, I do.
Right, so when did we set sail?
As soon as we get the cargo offloaded and you can get you aboard and your gear stowed, we'll be leaving on in an hour.
You said he's human stock, right?
Yes, yes, he is human. Uh, Elfations come in two skin colors. There's the pure Elfation, which are bluish and have a bluish skin color, and then there's the common Elfation, which have more coppery skin color.
Right, so I guess board the ship we go.
Yes, so yeah, so you go back and you you get on board the ship, and it's pretty deep. It's like being on a sailing vessel. Less less rolling of the vessel itself, unless it does maneuvers, but other than that, it's a very calm experience. Strange net-like items are hung on hooks in the cargo hold, where you're told to. This will be your place of your cabin, if you will. And the crew demonstrates what those are, and he basically takes one end of the net, stretches it to another hook on the wall opposite, and it's basically a hammock.
All the comforts of home.
I'll be asleep because I like to sleep.
Um, so again, you hear the creaking and the whistling of the wind. You hear a shrill whistle blast. Basically, the bosun is piping out the orders.
Dargar will try and find a place, make his bed, settle down.
And all of a sudden, the hair on your arms and on your back of your neck stand on end as the magical energies that power this vessel come to life, and it propels forward. We shall be in Ocean's End in about 2 days' time.
2 days.
That's
As
some
the
pretty.
as the crow flies.
What's the distance on that?
It's considering that you're looking at if you look down, you see a plateau, a grassy plateau, forest plateau. But um, you figure, maybe about 60 feet per turn. Roughly about 2,000 miles.
Yeah,
That's pretty quick.
So we're making 1,000 miles a day. That's really impressive.
Yeah, it's got an airspeed of 160 feet per turn.
Well, I guess I'll do what he says, and during the times I'm allowed, I'll watch what's going on deck. And the rest of the time, Just reading the book down below deck.
Oh, Mark, I did send you over a whisper when we were on the docks.
Okay, I don't have. I'm not on the roll 20 side yet. Okay. Um, you get nothing.
A ship this fast could go practically anywhere.
Raina, you get nothing from that. And as a matter of fact, you see him go more of an alert posture when that happens.
Well, good thing I'm hidden.
He whispers over to one of the crew. He goes about looking. You have a couple other crew members, and starts explaining about the ship. They're searching for something, but not searching for something. Let's put it that way.
Can we follow them around and watch them search?
Yeah, you basically do that. Um, the one sees you follow him about until the one sees you. Goes, look, I don't know if you want to be around here, but there is an enemy mage on foot here. I don't know how they got the port, but the captain is certain that there is um, enemy, a spellcaster aboard this vessel.
That sounds quite dangerous especially on a ship that's flying.
But the captain is a scion of a house in Alphasia, so it is not withstanding that he himself doesn't have any would not have any enemies.
Let's see. Well, maybe we can help you search. Dargar will join the search if he can and pick a quarter. At the same time, we'll give him a chance to explore the ship.
Yeah, basically this happens. And again, after a while, you hear the bosun make another piping signal. The crew members that you're with, we head below Valerio. We are about to. Um, well, this one's going to be a little bit of a tricky thing.
Okay.
And again, the magical energy, you can feel the magical energy start to gather about as the hairs on the back of your neck and arms start to raise.
I'll cast Detect Evil and help with the search.
My lord, I insist, please. And you see the ship starting to. The energies about the ship start to increase.
We coming in for a landing or something?
No, I think we're taking off.
All of a sudden, a
Zanwar, are you snoring?
No.
a area, um, a portal of sorts opens up before the ship. The ship passes through, and the next thing you know, you're on the other side of the portal, and you're flying over a forested area, heavily forested. You can see settlements here and there about the place. Uh, you've got mountains off to the north, and your guys are heading east. Just for a point of reference, you now went from the Etrugan Plateau to the forests of Keramikos in a blink of an eye.
That's probably their secret. At least that's my guess. And honestly, I don't think we're all that interested in that secret. However, I still want to
Yes,
seek out the navigator. Um, and I do have navigation as an NWP. I'm trying to.
the navigator is a elven female, and she's got her eyes closed. She's standing. She's gesturing and murmuring.
I will wait for her to come off shift. And I don't think I could probably even bother her now, much less probably even get within touching distance.
And you can
So,
feel the energy start to subside from the vessel itself. Well, just the energy started keeping it aloft and sailing amongst the currents of the air are the only thing. And she sort of just um, rarely leaves the bridge.
okay, then yeah, I'll look and chat with her once she comes off the bridge. Hi, I'm reading you out. Um, I wanted to I wanted to say I've never seen anything like this. This place is incredible, and I am a well, I thought I was not like you. Um, and I just wanted to know as much as you can about the airshipping lanes and that sort of thing. Um, and, and honestly, I'm also curious about like um, if there's like a most wanted, people we should actually be very cautious about. Maybe returning to the authorities if we can identify them. Maybe most wanted ships, and those
She,
sort of things as well. We're kind of between where we've got money, but we don't really have
and,
enough
right,
money.
yeah. As you're saying all this, she looks at you and she becomes very unfriendly.
Very what?
Unfriendly.
I just want to know about most wanted so I can turn them into the authorities.
Listen, I do not know what Kirk is planning, But you best stay out of my way, you shadow elves.
Why? No.
Or else I'll have you thrown overboard.
All right, so seek the assistant navigator. Gotta love military vessels.
Well, like I said, I did describe her as being elven.
Well, that's odd because it says that shadow elves actually can have infiltrated most of the Alfheims, uh, and opposing even to be embedded from birth into Alfheim elf world.
Right.
So I'm surprised she knew that I am an elf. That I am a shadow elf. Not that I'm trying to disguise it. I didn't really see a purpose for it or needed.
But yeah, she saw that and it's like, she saw the marking.
Marking and covering. God forbid.
Okay, well, something about you triggered her off the beat. But yeah, you find the assistant navigator. He's just basically at the helm, keeping an eye on the compass and whatnot. He goes, well, the type of information you're looking for doesn't exist.
What do you mean it doesn't exist? This is a warship. And you're telling me you
Aye,
have a warship for nothing?
no, not for nothing, but not for what you think.
Well, okay. So me and my friends, honestly, I mean, like I said, we have money. We don't have that much money, and we're really looking for how to further ourselves because we're looking at the airship industry, and we're thinking there has to be very bad people that
Oh
your
yeah,
kingdom would
the
love to have incarcerated, if not strung up on a pike.
oh
I
yeah,
don't know. So
the
that's
hell,
what I'm
the
looking
hell,
at.
the Heldeners all have warbirds that they, well, they're hard to describe. Uh, but not this is the seagoing vessel, not those sky pirates or anything like that.
Why not? Maybe I know I have a more devious mind than yours. Honestly, I do. But I would expect it to be something that was very real.
We are the queen's, the empress's arm for colonial control, exploration. There's a whole place, whole swaths of this world that we do not know. Vast areas that are unexplored, both on this continent and both on Scothar and Davinia. Um, we only know a little bit of Davinia, but hardly anything of Scothar. Rune, this continent, we know somewhat, but not all. Um, maybe west of Sind, northwestern areas. But other than that,
Well,
how else can the empress maintain control in a colony that stretches two continents? Is that a war of sorts with with Dietis? Uh, we have to deal with the fanatics of the Helden Freeholds, the Heldonic Knights.
so other than nation to nation type warfare, you have no one preying on shipping lanes and cargo vessels
Not
or any of that.
not in this service. Like I said, besides the Heldonic Knights that we get in skirmish with every so often. Um, other than that, no. The rabble that you seek tend to stay on the oceans.
Wow, they're very unimaginative, aren't they? Oh, okay. So, navigation, and honestly, I am curious about it. No, I'm not going to ask them about the whole Stargate thingy. I figure that's that top secret thing, and that's fine. I don't need to know about that. In fact, I can probably make a few guesses, and we're good with it.
Well, the
No, no,
information's
we
on
don't
the
have to
card.
RP it out if you don't.
The information's on the card, so
Oh,
there's a certain spell that they can use once per day. Not sure if you can really make it out.
yeah, it's kind of blurry, fuzzy. But I wasn't worried about that. I was just wanting to pick up more of the navigation type tips. Airship lanes, cargo lanes, routes for traveling back and forth. Just things that might come in handy someday, especially if we are really looking
Well,
for an airship.
well, the primary lanes are between Ocean's End and the
Mark, I'm not going to remember it.
yeah
Just when it comes up, yeah, you had heard about this then, and
yeah.
kind of give you the information.
And so that yeah, so after a while, um, the ship goes lower. Um, and then you see the navigator, the assistant navigator, helmsman, I should say, um, start to enchant. I should say, start to incant.
So I think the others wanted to kind of carouse around the crew on the deck and just
Yeah,
kind of
you
get an
see, you
idea
see,
of what they're doing.
yeah, you see people are at Ballista, um, and
Are
it
there
kind of
are there any other passengers, or is it just us?
just you guys and ladies. You got crew at the ballista and catapults, crew in the rigging.
Dargard's going to go on deck and enjoy the view, see if he can see anything, any mountains he might recognize.
Above Keramikos. No, you don't see anything that you recognize.
Okay. Do I see any other airships or anything else flying?
Um, Something's catching the thermals, but you're not. But it's off in the distance.
Oh, and Mark, Rena will relay everything that she learns from the assistant navigator for the rest of the giving information.
I'll try pointing it out to people and see if somebody can identify it. What's that in the sky?
You see one of the junior officers on board, like either the officer of the watch or something like that, pull out a spyglass from inside his jacket. Dragon.
Dragon?
Yeah, dragon.
It's not going to attack us, is it?
Oh, no way.
We didn't say no. We didn't say yes.
I didn't know we'd be running into any dragons on this trip.
They said we might. We went over the worm's teeth.
Yeah, it was part of the. If you
It-
come on, you have to help fight any dragons part.
Yeah, again, this thing, you can just see it as a just off in the distance. Not sure what it is. Him with the spyglass, you can see, you can magnify it up and it says it's a dragon. And it's a good 20, 30 miles away. You're up in the air, so yeah, you can see that far.
Well, if they're not worried, I'm not worried.
I was about to say, somebody should be asking, are you going to sound an alarm or something? I'm still chit chatting with the assistant navigator up on the bridge.
No.
Ring the dragon bell? Well, I must say that's the first dragon I've seen flying personally.
The ship veers off to the north a bit. Starts heading up to the mountains that you can see in that direction.
So, assistant navigator, so what are the predators that a man of war has to really be concerned about out here?
Well, there's the dragons, various dragons, of course. Um, the the fanatics of the Heldonic Knights are always looking to cause trouble.
Well,
Rival mages, rival mage houses.
rival mages and rival mage houses to the Empress? Oh, well, yeah.
Rival mage houses. Sounds mysterious.
Well, in in Elphasia, anyone who is able to wield magic is considered a noble.
It's considered a what?
A noble.
Oh,
And between the various alliances and machinations in the ruling council, toes get stepped on, insults are levied, feuds erupt, that sort of thing.
all right. So
And that's just within Alphasia alone. That doesn't mean the eccentrics over in Galantry uh, or the various other individuals that can wield the the powers arcane, um, various other entities.
so I think I understand. So are there these mage houses? Are they controlled by lineage dynasties?
Some are.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
The,
All right,
Imp-
so
the Imperial House being the oldest, one of the oldest.
So we've brought up the Heltonic knights a few times now. So tell me about them. Are they Alphasia's sworn enemies?
There can be everyone's sworn enemies. They are very fanatical to their immortal.
All right. I already don't like them. So tell me more. I told you we're new here.
They are a religious order, but they have claimed territory um, in Brunn for themselves, basically by sword and axe. They rule their territory with a gauntleted fist.
Do they have a close city to one of the Alphasias? Phasian cities or outpost?
Give me a second here. I'll bring up a map of that area.
Well, well, tell me, has anyone? So let's just hypothetically, someone managed to acquire one of like the Haltonic's minor vessels. Vessels. This is where they keep the vessels. Um, how do you think the Alphasian Empress would react to them coming to Alphasia for sanctuary? And, or is sanctuary just not something the Alphasians do?
It is something that we do.
I'll just kind of roll my eyes. So, so me and my friends, we've been talking about how to acquire an airship, and one of the things which I pointed out to them was there's a lot of political things. So acquiring one since you can't afford one, if you know what I mean, you have to make sure that you acquire that from the right people, and you know the right people that can provide you protection would welcome such an addition. Hey, I'm an honest kind of person. What can I say? But I wouldn't even know how to begin to navigate that quagmire of politics. I guess you could give me an idea there, could you?
Hmm. I'm just a sailor. It's
And I'm just a
yeah,
navigator.
it is beyond my ken.
You know, I was trying to talk to your captain back on the docks, but I knew that sort of conversation might have some odd quirks to it. But that is actually the nature of it. I don't guess you could maybe get me an audience with his captainship, could you? And of course, I'll have to talk to the group before I actually meet with the captain.
I believe he's planning on having dinner with everyone tonight.
That would be good. Well, thank you very much, and thank you for the lessons in navigating. Um, the celestial navigation types aren't that far. It's a whole new star pattern now. Star charts. I think guess you have some older star charts or charts you're replacing with lures that I might could borrow.
First that we have, uh,
I'm pretty sure he has them. Whether he'd be willing to give them to me is another animal. Those guys should be replacing their charts and things regularly. Not because things change, but because things get worn out.
whenever they get back to a imperial city, they swap out their chart.
I thank you once again. Thank you very much for your time. Perhaps when we get to Alphasia, I can repay you with a dinner or something. It's been an absolute pleasure, sir. So I'll go and
But
I'll tell the group what I've learned and ask them how if they'd like to approach our only real military person that we know. Apparently, they have enemies, and their enemies have airships and things like that. And so I'm thinking it could be possible. I don't suspect they'll support us, but if we actually do manage to acquire something like an airship, at that point it would be good to have at least a name when we're arrested for coming across their borders in a I forget the name of the group, Mark. Heltonic, Heltonic airship. I think it would be good to know at least a name to drop. People tend not to execute you whenever you give them a name of somebody.
Or they kill you because of the name you gave.
Well, I have a feeling our captain here is a really upstanding individual. Oh, and something else. Where we're going in Albatia, people who actually use magic are almost always nobles. So, something to be aware of. Well, that's my thoughts, and I'm more than I haven't really told too much. So, if someone wants me to stop or continue inquiry, please, and feel free to leverage off of it and do similar inquiries. And there's always the very slight possibility that the captain might even know of some military operation where they need a crew which isn't actually Alphatian to accomplish something like that. Things happen. I don't know. But we don't know if we don't ask. We need to ask the right people, right? Because apparently they don't like these Heltonic folks, and these Heltonic folks apparently don't like anybody.
Except for mages.
I don't think the Heltonic folk like mages either, just in general. Seems they're more the big sword kind of people. Obviously, since they have airships, they have mages somewhere.
Testing.
Hi, Dargar.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah, I lost audio for everybody there for a minute.
Yeah, well, there's an image of a Heldonic light warbird.
It's literally a bird.
Is that a living bird?
No, it's not a living bird, right?
Yes,
It's a
it's
living bird.
it's a rock.
It's a rock.
That's insane.
They
A
made a
pet
rock into a
rock.
ship. That's
Man,
just
we'd need
weird.
a lot of slaves to feed that thing.
No, it's not an actual living bird. It doesn't look like it, but it does.
So are the Talons actuals?
The talons are actual talons.
Well, that is interesting. So that's our target, people. What do you think?
I think that's a dangerous target.
You wanted an airship, and we can't afford an airship. And like I said, I think if we talk to the captain tonight at dinner, um, we tell him we're open to such suggestions. They might
Yep.
even help us get over the borders to the Peltonics. And maybe they have something in special. Who knows? Maybe there's some special cargoes going across on one of these airships that they want. Who knows? Or
Sounds
maybe
like
they
a
just want
plan.
to damage them. These are military things, and military things many times need somebody that they can say, yeah, that wasn't us. And that would kind of be us.
Why not?
All right, we are ready to become employees of the Empress.
Unless someone else disagrees.
Yeah, it looks very dangerous.
It does look dangerous.
But wouldn't you love to be at the helm of that thing?
Who's to say the rock wouldn't just turn around and pluck you off like
It's not a real rock. That's like a dragon's head on
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
dragon
It's
ship.
not. Yeah, it's not a real rock.
It just looks like somehow they morphed a physical big bird into a ship. Yeah. Well, how about that, Mark? Are you ready to play that? Are you ready to GM that game?
Eventually, I will be.
And I don't really think we have anything else, any other real brands in the fire. We came looking for an airship. We discovered we can't afford it. Not in a few lifetimes. So this is the way to do that. I don't know if they would let us keep it if we brought it back to Alphasia.
Could they fly like flags on it somehow to identify it on whose side it's on?
I'm pretty sure if you saw that, you'd know it's a Haltonic. I mean, how many big rocks do you see with sails coming out of them? So yeah, I think pretty sure that's their signature airship.
Let's go then.
Yeah, the Heldonic territories are north of Ethingar. I will actually get a map of the area of the various of the world, known world, to give you guys scale.
Yeah, so we just have to get from wherever we land in Alphasia over to the Haltonic border without the Alphasians stopping and killing us, and without the Haldonic border patrols stopping and killing us. Then hopefully we'll have the knowledge of maybe where some of these airships are kept at. Um, yeah, it's not a good plan. It has some holes, but it is a plan.
well, I'm in if the party's in.
I'm good. I'll do it.
Well,
All right.
if that's the roughed in plan, then we're gonna need some Alphasian assistance. So who has the best charisma?
Definitely not me.
Well, I can magically increase my charisma. I thought it was engulfed. So someone needs to spring the idea on the captain tonight and see if we can maybe gain his support.
So who does have the highest charisma? Who is this most charismatic person in our party?
Well, I can magically bump mine up, but
I
I'm
would
normally a
It's
9.
Trisha.
I would guess it would be Trisha, the druid.
So that should be Trisha to convince them.
Perhaps, Trisha, are you there?
He's got the mic muted.
Oh.
So that's a plan, and kind of a partial rough in on how we might be able to
Hi,
accomplish it.
hello.
Hi, Chair.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Yeah, but I don't see us being able to do this on our own without some Asian help. If nothing else, just the intelligence of where things are. It's all military, and I'm pretty sure they have a really good idea where stuff is. And if it's something that they want, I'm sure they would help us.
Probably going to want a favor of some kind. You do this first, or do that.
Well, considering it's a military thing, a military operation, I'm probably thinking that they have maybe some cargo that they do not want the Eldonics to have. Or maybe a captured Alphasian warship or something, which they want retrieved. Who knows? Definitely
Well, there's an
need to talk
idea.
to
If they have an
Theranos.
Alphasian warship that they've captured, we should go reclaim it.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't let us keep it. So it's not really one of my favorite ideas.
Who says that we would let them take it back?
Yeah, maybe not. Be very careful of who we make our enemies, right? I mean, they
So-
have entire dynasties and houses of mages at their disposal. So I can kind of see it. So the Heltonics are more ruled by an iron fist, so they're very militaristic.
think of one of the religious orders of the Middle Ages, particularly the Teutonic Knights or the Knights of the Templar.
Yeah.
Fanatics.
Mm-hmm. Very fanatical.
All right, Trisha. Go do your thing.
Trisha. Oh, Trisha.
Who is Trisha? The name's not on the character stuff.
Yeah, he's not on. Hang on, one second here. Let me check the Discord here.
Engulfed, I think. Right?
Yeah, Sakoff's got muted.
Showing offline, I think.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I should see that too.
Yeah, I'm still on the airstrip, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's because I don't have the ship of the map of the ship up. So
That Battle War actually had the internals of it,
yeah,
which was just like a sea vessel.
So I guess Trisha's airsick. So who's the next best?
Heretic.
That's the only thing I come up with.
all of a sudden everything about the ship goes invisible, and you start to feel it starting to descend.
What do you mean everything above the ship?
The ship and everything goes invisible.
Ooh.
So we suddenly go
Eh,
invisible?
and you feel the ship start to descend.
Oh, so we can watch the ground coming towards us. Nice.
See the treetops slowly getting clearer and clearer.
Not so much slowly, but yeah.
Well, Rena will grab hold of who's ever closest to her. Holy shit. Oh, and by the way, you might not want to show off any magical abilities or those sort of things around these people.
Gargar is going to try to grab anything. Hang on to it.
Oh, and the ship gets about 50 feet above the tree line.
So what do we see as we're coming in, though? Is there a town, big town, small town? That is an advantage of being invisible. You can see where you're going.
Actually, you come to a moderately sized town.
It's kind of odd that they went invisible only as they're approaching the town, isn't it? Anybody else find that odd?
Maybe they don't want the town to know that there are airships about.
Yeah, maybe they're a tech level 3 or something. They want to blow their minds.
You're talking the Prime Directive, right?
Something like that, yeah.
And for some reason, I don't think it's that.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, if they were going to do it invisible, you would have thought they'd have flown here invisible, although that make working the ship rather odd.
Yeah, like I said, they come about 50 feet above the treetops. There is a town, relatively decent sized town, not too far from there.
What's the crew doing?
Preparing
They're invisible.
preparing to secure the ship for the night.
Ask them. What are we doing? Are we going to be landing there?
No, not necessarily the landing, but we are securing the ship for the night.
Oh, because we can't fly at night?
Not really. The one enchantment that we use is only usable once per day.
Oh, I get it.
The person, the lady elf who is our chief navigator has to sleep.
What?
Has to regain her energies. Uh, most of us have to regain our energies, so we just find some place near the surface, secure the ship, set a landing party in the area just to make sure there's
Ooh,
no intruders, nothing like that, no surprises. Um, the town that you see is the town of Riflian in the Grand Duchy of Karamikos.
So are they going to stop near the town?
Yeah, they're gonna stop in the Red Lab Woods or above the Red Lab Woods area.
So I assume we won't be disembarking.
You can if you want, but we leave at first light.
They got a hotel or a a tavern or something. At least you could get a drink and maybe a good bed.
Or a good swiving.
Well, it would beat the sleeping on the hammock in the hole, right? But we do have dinner tonight with the captain. I definitely think we want to make that. In fact, maybe afterwards we can ask him to show us the tap. If he wants to pursue that conversation. So we are going to sell ourselves as willing to be Alphatian insurgents,
Mercenaries?
spies is what I was more thinking about. Mercenaries, you have this money trail, I think. Well, Mark, we will. Sounds like we're going to wait for the dinner with the captain, and then see the town afterwards.
Now, is this a human town?
What was that?
Is this a human town?
Human Elven.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess we wait until supper.
Well,
Maybe it's a good time to explore a little bit before supper.
Alright, do that too.
you know what time of day is it, Mark?
It's getting to be on eating.
Yeah, it's getting to be evening. Let's stay here for dinner. Make sure we don't miss out with the captain before you gentlemen get into a bar brawl and get tossed in the local jail.
Alright,
And
so
we might want to ask about a place aboard that we can store valuables.
I drag mine everywhere.
Well,
Like a bank.
drag it into a town that we've never been to like this might not be a good idea.
Or a guild of coin.
I trust the sailors less, or whatever they call them, airlers.
Well, it's a military ship. I'm sure they have a quartermaster who will put it into a locked and guarded vault for us. And when we disembark, the Alphatian government, since this is a government ship, if something happens to it, will of course reimburse us. One of the few perks of being with the military, right?
I don't believe it.
I honestly don't think the Empress is going to give up her reputation just for a few thousand gold from us.
Still don't believe it.
But then we have to be back. We have to be back here, but before this thing takes off, right?
That is the power. I guess the plan, yeah.
Well, we better hurry up then.
Well, let's do some quick exploring then.
Okay. Yeah, so you come out, disembark, and there are various Marines and not in uniform. Um, they set up a perimeter some distance away from the ship.
So how close are we from to the town?
Oh,
So what happens, Mark?
you're about 6 miles from town.
Oh.
That makes it after dinner.
We might miss the plane.
Yeah, that's cutting it short. Well, I guess after dinner we can at least go check out the town.
You're gonna walk 6 miles there and 6 miles back.
Yeah, we'll run. You guys will have to wait for me.
Well, it's a man of war. Maybe they've got some transportation aboard.
A flying rowboat.
No, it doesn't have any
I was
skiffs
thinking
or
a
anything like
horse.
that.
I was thinking a horse and maybe a carriage.
You didn't? Nope. You didn't see anything. You figured that something like that would be in the hold.
A
Well,
mat.
6 miles isn't that far for us. Famous last words.
Yeah, it's in the heavy woods just south of the town.
All right, so grab then track. Then trek.
Do we have a magic user to cast fly on us or something?
What is the time of day?
Like I said, it's about evening.
Are we about to start walking through the dark woods?
No,
That
we're gonna
we
wait
don't.
till we need to wait till after dinner. If we're gonna talk to the captain, then we need to wait till after dinner.
All right, and then it'll be nightfall by then.
Yeah, then it'll be a fun walk. Yeah.
And you're afraid of the dark.
Well, I'm up for a night adventure after dinner, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens at dinner first, I guess.
All right. Dinner first. Krisha back?
And I'm there. Hang on one second. I'm just getting an area map.
I'm sitting there looking at the other map. There was a sky chair shop. I can guess what that is. I think we should have gone there.
Sky chairs for everyone.
Yeah, we should have gone there.
We could be racing each other around in the sky in our sky chairs. Or maybe they don't work that way.
I think it works just like it says.
There's a sky chain rail or sky chair rail. I think it goes on a rail.
Oh, so it's like a
Oh,
gondola.
yeah, I guess so. I guess it takes you up in the air and takes you over the city. Well, damn it. I had such high hopes.
Yeah, a flying chair, that'd be cool.
I just gotta get my party marker here, so give me 1 second.
That is a very big map.
I'm still on the Flying City map.
Oh, your
So-
token is, yes. I got everyone on the actual. I should have everyone on the overworld map.
Nope, I'm on the Flying City map.
I'm on world map here.
I'm on the flying.
Can you shift ping us where we need to be?
think we lost him.
He's back.
Yep, I don't know what happened here. I went to refresh the map, and all of a sudden I lost my internet connection.
We're sitting outside Raphilia.
Riflian, yep.
I'm still in the Flying City.
That's because you're special.
I'm also in the Flying City.
But
You
you don't
guys
want to be
must.
Raphilia.
You guys must have forgotten to get on the ship.
I must
But-
have.
I had everyone. I don't want no individual characters on that map. Um, yeah, so everyone should be on the map of Karamikos.
All right, so I had to reload. Roll 20. Oh crap, where are we? That's a densely populated area.
Each of these smaller settings are just that, just either single family settings, name settings. Some of the larger communities like Riflian, High Forge.
And so what town are we going to go check out?
Riflian, just north of where the tokens, the party token.
Okay.
And each of these hexes are about 3.2 miles.
And how many miles can we travel a day? By foot?
And you move at the slowest rate at the slowest party member.
That's probably me. My dwarf legs are pretty short.
But we couldn't just cast enlarge then.
And I like to stop and pick mushrooms along the way, so both of those make me a little slow. Although I do think somebody does have an enlarged spell. Because I was big once.
Oh, now. Do you like being big?
What was that?
Did you like being big?
Being large was awesome. Felt like a giant.
I think I mentioned that using magic around these people might not be such a good idea, at least until we fully understand it. It seems to have other connotations.
Right.
Everyone that practices magic seems to be affiliated with somebody, and most of them are nobles. So it sounds like it would be a good thing, but I'm thinking not so much. Or at least not until you really understand it and have the right contacts probably to pull it off.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
So don't be
I'd rather
expecting to be
not see magic.
a large kind of person for a while until we figure this thing out.
I'd rather these magic types didn't scare the hell out of me.
Well, if we're to travel cross country through the forest here, it would take you 1 day to go 4 miles.
What?
Yeah, we couldn't make it.
1 day to go 4 miles?
Through the bush.
We could run. Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's no. He didn't say there's any roads or anything.
Well, there is the road, Duke's Road. And that's this road right here.
So that's kind of the same distance almost.
Yeah, but being on the road, that does tend to uh, make things a little bit easier for travel.
I didn't really like the idea of missing our flight out.
I mean, you have time.
We
Like
have a
I said,
day.
it is late evening or early evening. They're leaving at dawn.
Well, maybe if we things go well at dinner, the captain would like to show us this town, but I really doubt it. But there you go. It definitely seemed a bit stuck in his ways, didn't he? Was I the only one that sensed that he was kind of stuck in his ways?
You know, we could just jump ship here.
In the middle, we don't know where, without
It
any
looks
plans
like there's
whatsoever.
lots of things to do here.
I'm a shadow elf. I'm in the middle of I don't know where anyway.
Shh. Surely you're not.
Okay, I'm not.
I was speaking with the navigator earlier. That's the one that does the big teleport things the ship does. Um, anyway, she was not very receptive, I don't think, to shout him out. I think racism is a real thing and alive and well.
Yeah, stupid racist high elves.
Remember, she can teleport a ship, so I didn't really want to offend her.
Yeah, and if you guys were traveling at the rate of the dwarfs over clearing or on road, you could do 24 miles in just over a day. 1 day, 44 minutes.
And that was 6 there and back, so that's only 12. We got to get there and back pretty much in one sit.
Well, keep it in your pants. I'm sure wherever we're going in Alphasia, you'll have more than the opportunity.
Talk to Jar about that.
That town of Goldleaf looks interesting. If the leaf is really gold.
You do know they might be talking about a different kind of leaf than what you're thinking.
This is full of Kalari elves. Forest? What are Kalari elves?
They are the high elf of Mystara.
Oh,
Oh,
so they're not
great.
like calamari elves? Deep fry them up after you pound them really thick.
They're one of the many elven clans, but they're primarily high elf.
Oh, let's do it. Let's go check out the town.
After we talk to the captain, find out if maybe there's some. This is our one chance to have a socialized sit down with the man. So let's not miss this one. If you guys really want to explore, then I mean, let's face it, we really don't have any plans at the moment, right? Save the world, got money, don't really know what to do with it.
Maybe there's a castle here we can just take over.
Again, you really need more information before you just start taking over things.
I never said I was smart, just a fighter.
I don't mind. I never said you were stupid.
All right, so dinner it is. Dinner than town. Let's go.
And we're off to dinner.
Oh, okay.
Trish.
Yep, the captain descends and sort of makes his way towards them.
Trisha, engulf. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So you're gonna do all the talking, right?
Hi. You talk well.
I've talked too much already.
We
Yeah, the
Yeah, see, I know engulf from the other game, Trisha. And he knows me as a half orc with a 7 intelligence and 7 wisdom. So
He also knows you as a human paladin female.
oh, yeah, I'm sorry, that's right. As the human as Alexandria.
So, what did we want to talk to him about anyway?
Possibly infiltrating over into the shoot, what's the name of it, Mark?
The Heldonic Knights.
The Haltonic Knights, and absconding with a warbird and bringing it back to Helfatia, and hopefully keeping that for our own cargo uses. However, I don't know about the last part. But they've got to have some kind of military thing that they might use unaffiliated with Alphasian people like us.
Okay, so we're looking to have a meal with him and ask him about all of that in an attempt to secure a ship.
Well, attempt to secure their assistance in pinpointing where we would want to go and getting us to there, and hopefully across the water. Remember, we don't know anything about this whole area, and the political mashups are firsts. But we do know that's their enemy. So I'm kind of hoping they'd at least give us some assistance in pinpointing what they would like to see hurt their enemy. At the worst, they're going to say no. We're in kind of a quiet. We don't attack you. You don't attack us. Hey, which comes to where we are. We're not the open, right?
This is the group's old stomping grounds. We're just south of Threshold. Yep. We've done a lot of adventuring through here.
I
Didn't
don't
you
think
guys?
I've ever been to Threshold.
I remember Kelvin and Speculum.
Didn't you guys leave a wagon full of stuff somewhere around here?
Mm,
We
maybe
had
a
a
long
one
time ago.
once.
We
What
yeah
happened to
we
that
we had to
wagon?
sail away from somewhere.
It's where they fought off a humanoid army and one shot at a dragon out of the sky.
Oh, that's nice. Do tell. No,
That's
seriously.
impressive.
Guy rolled a
See?
natural 20.
So you guys are like heroes around here, or you are.
You could say that. I have no stronghold, so I'm not famous yet, as it were. But I have adventured some around these parts, yes.
So they're not famous in this area because that was part of the guy's doing. He erased all the knowledge of all the deeds, good and bad.
No.
Although it is about time that I have a thief gang, I think.
Have a what?
Thief gang.
A feet game.
Thief
Is
gang,
that
yeah.
like a game that massages your feet at night or something?
No, a gang of thieves that thief things.
Oh, like a street gang.
Yeah. My own little mafia, as it were.
He should be.
The Harlows.
Not quite, almost though, I believe. What level are you?
9 thief.
Should be about time.
Well, it should be about time you thought about stealing like an airship then, huh?
Hmm.
You know,
Stick
He's not
to
that
the
type of
crown
thief.
and jewel.
as great as it sounds like a lot of work, doesn't it?
It does, but if you guys want to venture into the skies, since we can't afford it, even as a group, we can't afford to even touch it. I was thinking stealing one was the best option. So the Teutonic or Hellenic Knights, I'm sure won't appreciate us whatsoever. However, I think the Alphatians, if we do it right, will have a safe harbor.
That might be so.
Oh, you know what? It's when you reach 10th level as a thief. Yeah, 10th level. One more level. And I'll attract a band of thieves.
I think you've already got a band.
Once you have a stronghold built up. And you need about 100,000 more.
Yeah.
No, actually, you only need about 13,000 more.
Oh, yeah, because of all the, extra stuff. Yeah.
Nah, these tend to go up quickly and then level out after a while.
I think we just lost Trish again.
Yeah, so you follow the captain to this town and comes to an inn. That's pretty much quiet. Or tavern, inn, whatever.
Oh, so the captain took us to the town.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Did he transport us there on the airship, or did we get there in a different way?
Yeah. You hiked it.
Nice.
So, Jar, were you ever in this town?
What's the name of the town?
Riflian.
Yeah.
It's called
Riflian.
Jerville.
Riflian. I don't recall. Maybe once. I'm pretty sure I've been to Gold Leaf. And, I know I've been to Kelvin.
Leaves
will
actually
slip
live there.
Raiden will slip in really close to Jared. Say, "Hey, Jared, did you see that half elf over there? The real young one? Doesn't he look a lot like you?"
Nah. Hmm.
Just being observant.
If my seed have passed through here, it's got nothing to do with me.
I think it had everything to do with you.
Half elves tend to look either fully human or fully elven, depending on their maternal lineage.
Mm.
The spitting image of you, Jared.
So, like I say, you get to the tavern, it's fairly quiet. Except for a bit of music.
Oh,
How
Raiden will
big is
ask
this
the cap.
town?
Riflian is approximately.
I remember
Mark.
doing quite an extensive adventure in this area here.
Well, Mark, honestly, in the 4 mile hike, this would be a great time to talk to the captain about possibly assisting with their ongoing exploits against the Heltonic knights. If he maybe knows or can think of a way, or just keep us in mind.
He basically says they're basically a nuisance.
Didn't they used to rule you with an iron fist?
No,
Garbage.
they took over some territory that were free lands, and they ruled that with an iron fist.
Well, none of us here are really associated with the Alphasia. So I thought maybe to your government we might prove to be useful. And I think we really do want an airship, especially after being on that. Your ship is amazing. I'm not talking about taking on your ship. Well, share mine.
Yeah.
But Ben, no, it's a 4 mile walk. We've got time to talk. So what is this? What is he kind of? What's the feeling we kind of get off him on these conversations?
He's a military man.
No, I realize that. He's very dedicated to Alphasia and to the Empress. Absolutely. Maybe you could recommend maybe somebody else that actually deals with that sort of thing, Captain, that you might want to introduce us to. There we go. There's the right question to ask, right?
Look, if you want to deal with the Hell Diners, then you can go to. When we get to Ocean's End, you can go ask about there. But
We're actually very accomplished as a group. Too accomplished sometimes.
Yeah, I'll attest to that.
So we won't even make arrangements to do an introduction, Mark. Surely we could be of some assistance to your empress. Honestly, we have saved the world once, but you'll never hear about it or remember it.
She really doesn't want to be bothered with the Hellenic Knights. She really doesn't.
We can help assure that. So I mean, especially if,
In other words, it's not worth her time. Not worth her time or effort to have any dealings with them,
and I'm sure she has people that ensure that she's not bothered by them.
including having people that we, to her, they don't exist. They we come across them, we blow them out of the sky. They're 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 little more than thugs.
Yeah, actually, I kind of got that
Her
got that
Majesty,
fixed.
Her Majesty has bigger things to deal with, like the stalemate between between her empire and Thyatus, especially along the border on the Isle of Dawn. Her poor excuse of a son rules Norwald, even though he has no magic ability whatsoever.
Well, Captain, what's going on over there? Honestly, I'm thinking we as a group just want an airship. They're just that cool. Don't know that we really care where we get it from. And we'd really like to have friends who wouldn't come looking for us or prevent others from coming looking for us afterwards. Sanctuary, Amnesty. No, not amnesty. That's the wrong word.
Riflian is roughly 1,700 people, mostly elves.
Mostly the high elves or
Yeah, mostly.
Kalari.
Yep.
I put my hood up.
My people.
And as a matter of fact, he takes you to the Silver Swan Inn.
Remember, gentlemen, we arrive as a group, we leave as a group.
Don't worry, I've paid Mr. Platerman a fair deal for us to have the inn to ourselves.
The whole inn. Wow.
That's impressive. Is it an open bar?
Unfortunately, it had to be done on the down. Had to be done on the hush, but hence I'm not in my uniform.
How many did he bring with him for his shipmates? For his
Huh?
crew?
Just him and the senior officers, and you, of course.
Except the navigator who's sleeping.
Navigators, except for the navigator, she's resting. That spell took a lot out of her.
I'll bet it did.
Teleport ship.
So I put a lot of wood on that fire. I mean, there's a lot of chunky shit on there.
It's
I
fine.
got a good start to it.
Mm.
So, if I'm not
And believe it or not, Mark, I don't even want to know about that.
that should be about that.
Now you were saying she was up there memorized. I'm like, did I say I'm paying extra attention? See if I can recite her incantation. No, I did not.
Of course, I know, but still. It's usually custom for the captain of a ship to dine with his
I mean, dim the lights. I have candles.
passengers. So,
Isn't that so nice?
So dine away.
Time to dine.
Well, Rita will have a glass of wine and whatever they have on the menu for steak if they can.
Garcon, what will we'll be having for dinner? Garcon.
well, the proprietor, a halfling, Hin, has a menu. Gives you a couple of menus set up, and all types of meals. Racks of lamb, mutton joints, roasts, various soups and breads.
Mutton, breads, soup, and a salad.
No, just off the top of my head here. There's also various vegetables like potatoes, carrots, when in season.
I'll get the house special.
Do they have any chips?
Chips, huh? Oh, yes.
They probably have your elven delicacies here too.
Oh, apple roasted chicken with saffron?
I am. What do you think?
Oh, that's my favorite. Apple roasted chicken with saffron. Cooked in a Dutch oven.
You haven't had it like I make it. And after a bit, he brings out your orders, whatever. And for Jerry, he brings out a small, or a decent sized ceramic crock. Okay, you can smell the apples. And
Saffron.
you lift the cover, and it's got sliced apples. Small game bird is in there. And you see the apples have taken on an orangish hue. Um, because of the saffron. And you go to pull, take the leg off the bird.
Ooh,
And
greasy fingers.
as you do, the bone slides right out of the carcass.
Aww.
So it's nice and tender.
Going to need a fork for this one. So tender. Oh, I could eat the joints.
Like I said, it's pretty, and all the food's top notch. Various elven spirits, particularly their wine. Food's good to order.
Compliments to the chef.
Grandma would be proud. It's kind of a family business, don't you know? And you go on discussing this, that, and other things, and he basically just reiterates that the best place to find out what you're looking for would be in Ocean's End. When you finally get there, there might be something along the lines because they do have problems with the Hellenic Knights being the Ocean End being a free city, um, similar to like Danzig was.
So what does he think the chances are of getting a flying ship are?
All depends on how lucky you are.
Perhaps we'll craft a gigantic net, like one of those for catching butterflies, and hold it aloft, hoping that we catch a airship.
Look, I remember I know of one Admiral Aldemar who ran and followed the Helvanics of the knighthood. Um, they've been dogging his feet for some time now.
Who's been dogging them?
It seems that the admiral had embarrassed uh, one of their grandmasters quite recently. Prior to his disappearance,
A
Admiral,
grandmaster.
the admiral's disappearance.
You got an admiral disappear?
Yes,
You think he's in the Hellenic Knights? Took him?
no, we do not. No, we do not where he went. Where all I know is he disappeared after a altercation with the Brotherhood.
Oh, a brotherhood. Brotherhood of what?
The Knights.
Oh, sounds sexist.
So
Yeah,
his ship might be out there somewhere to find, maybe.
ship's lost too.
So what of this brotherhood? Where are they out of? Where did this admiral disappear from?
Um, they were um, exploring this world. And he, we get reports from him. We're getting reports from him every so often, and he eventually disappeared.
So was he on a mapping mission?
Yes,
So it sounds to me like his family or somebody might be interested in finding him, right? Might be able to hire us to go look.
we do not know where he vanished.
We're gonna need some means of transportation, fellas.
Maybe he was swallowed whole by a giant dragon.
Well, that's where the ship would be, right?
But maybe the ship got swallowed.
Yeah, we might want to look at like a large van-sized flying carpet or something like that? Do they make those things? No, I'm really asking the captain that.
No, what was that?
Well, I'm thinking we're gonna need some transportation. Make like a very large, like flying carpet or anything like that.
I think we can work something.
Well, we have a missing airship, and we have a missing admiral. Unfortunately, if I think if we return the admiral, we're gonna have to return the ship. But it's a thought, guys. If you want to pursue it,
Sounds like a lead.
and that means we need transportation to go where an airship went, which goes back to the flag, or something like that. That can hold all of us and fly at a decent speed.
Anybody that disagrees, say I disagree.
Looks like it's unanimous then.
All right,
Okay.
Captain. We are not very busy at the moment, as you can see. We're be happy to take up that task of um, discovering this admiral or exploring, recovering the admiral. Do you know who might be interested in us recovering him?
The Empress would be.
Well, that definitely is a good employer to work for. Can you make those arrangements when we get to town, to our destination?
I don't make arrangements.
Or point us in the right direction? So you are the arrangement.
Looking for a halberd. Okay. Well, who knows where he went to? All we know is that him and the princess are disappeared a couple of years ago.
Did he meet with anyone prior to his disappearance?
Well, yeah, various knights of the Order of the Eldonic Knights.
Perhaps we ought to speak with one of them.
The Order of the Heldonic Knights is the adversary nation. So if he was out exploring, then and you received reports back, then we would have a last sighted to start from. Mark, you don't have to think this stuff right now if you don't need to, if you don't want to.
No, I'm trying to incorporate how to incorporate the lore into the game,
Roger that.
and I'm also trying not to give you guys a skyship.
Well, it wouldn't be any fun if you gave us this discussion.
I will probably have something prepared next week to get you guys on the adventure and take it from there.
Okay.
get you to Ocean's End first, and then see what happens. But with that, we'll call it the week.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Mark.
Not a problem.
Have a
Take
good
my-
Super Bowl Sunday.
See you later.
Bye.
And for our viewers, please like, share, and subscribe. And see you next time. I'll be DMing my own game tomorrow, The Orb of Solomon Hex, at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. The party is headed towards a river in the eastern jungles of the land of Nod. They plan on rafting downriver to where the river meets another in a fertile delta, and then sailing upriver from there. On the other river, that is, towards Megiddo. Megiddo. Oh yeah. So hopefully I'll see you then. And stay tuned for a raid. I want to raid somebody here. I'll try to make it somebody who is playing D&D. It will be someone playing D&D. Hopefully on Roll20 with dynamic lighting. This looks like an interesting game. Let's see if they speak English. Sounded like they were speaking English. Okay, here we go on that raid.
They have to resave every time they start their turn in it, right? Is it they start their turn or end their turn? Remains in the webs.
Okay.